Hi, my name's Nathan Masterson. I'm an actor originally from Manchester, but now living in Plymouth. I'm a dad of two, and I think it's fair to say I'm a little bit of a nerd, as you'll see through the rest of the questions on this interview. I think my favourite role to date was the character of Mannix in a film called Oxen. Short film, only 15 minutes long, but it was beautifully shot. The character was fantastic. He was a monk fleeing the Viking raids with a young woman from his village, and there was lots to get my teeth into, lots of quiet moments, lots of big dramatic confrontation, a good mix, and it's just a really, really fun shoot to do. Okay, my dream role, and this is where the nerddom really comes into it. It's the Doctor from Doctor Who. You get to do action sequences, comedy, heightened drama, special effects all around you, the full gamut of performance in just one role, and you can really make it your own. There's tons you can throw into it, things you can take from previous people who played the part. It's just a fantastic role, and yeah, Chris Chibnall, if you're watching, I'm available. I think what you haven't seen from me so far on screen is comedy. The big, expressive, funny parts I love to do on stage and haven't had a chance to as yet on screen. I've done a lot of authority characters, a World War One captain, police officer, Mannix, as previously mentioned. And I'd love to do something with a bit of lightness of touch to it. Or even just broad comedy. Yeah, flexing my comedy muscles is what you haven't seen as yet. I've taken inspiration from a lot of different places throughout my life and career. I think early on, Gene Kelly was a big inspiration for me. Triple threat, sing, dance, act, and make it all look so effortless on camera. People like Chadwick Boseman, to go through what he went through and still have such grace and dignity and power on screen. If you haven't seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, it's an outstanding performance considering what he was going through. And I think that inspires me. When you can have anything going on in your life, the work is still the work. You can still continue to give great performances. Yeah, no matter what's going on in your life. So I take a lot of inspiration from that. So we've spoken about directors I'd love to work with. In terms of actors, Michael Sheen. I mean, what an actor. Just everything he does. If his name's in the credits, you know he's going to be fantastic at least, and just can't take your eyes off him. So yeah, I'd love to work with and learn from Michael Sheen. For favourite film, I know I meant to say something deep and meaningful, but it's Paddington. It just is. It's got everything. It's got a beautiful, heartwarming story without being too cloying or sentimental. Fantastic performances, and even the sequel. Who doesn't want to see Hugh Grant doing a Busby Berkeley musical routine? I mean, come on. Yeah, Paddington or Paddington 2, those films are just ace. In terms of favourite directors, I've got a couple. Taika Waititi, not just for his vision and sense of humour and just offbeat look at the world, but when you see behind the scenes footage of him, he comes across as a real leader on set, not by shouting or screaming, but just by sheer force of his personality and joy. That I would really love to get on board with. And Rachel Talalay, who has done a lot of genre television, directed a couple of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who. She's done Supernatural, The Flash, and films as well in her own right. And again, she has a fantastic sense of style, and everything she puts on screen is just visually stunning. It's completely arresting. So yeah, I'd love to work with someone with that vision. Soapbox time. So I was going to try and keep it away from acting in the industry, but I feel like if people are casting for a project that's unpaid, that's absolutely fine. Not an issue with that. Put that on your initial casting. I see so many things with fantastic sounding roles, but no details about the fee. And especially times like now, where actors, it's our profession, we need to work. If you're not going to pay someone, that's fine. We can do a project for interesting actors we want to work with, or a role we've not done before, even something to put on the show reel. But if it's unpaid, let us know in advance so we don't have to do this kind of dance of asking you and you coming back to us. Let's have everything laid out on the table and have honesty both ways.